you ever wondered if the old coins hiding in your pocket or tucked away in that dusty piggy bank could be worth a fortune? What if I told you that some Australian coins, like the rare 1998 Bass and Flinders 50-cent piece or the 2001 Federation Kangaroo dollar, have sold for thousands, and in some cases, millions of dollars? Here on Legacy Coins USA, we uncover the hidden value in your spare change, from historic World War II memorial coins to elusive mint errors that could change your life overnight. We blend professional expertise with the thrill of the hunt, showing you exactly what to look for, where to find it, and how much it's really worth. So if you're ready to turn pocket money into life-changing wealth, hit that subscribe button and join a community of treasure hunters who know that history, luck, and fortune are all hiding in plain sight. Welcome to Legacy Coins USA, where your change could change everything. Let's start. It is time to look beyond the surface of your spare change, because nestled in the bottom of an old jar or tucked away in a forgotten collection might just be a piece of history that could rewrite your future. The story of Australian coinage is filled with tales of immense fortune, where a simple flicker of metal transforms into a life-changing sum of money. While we often daydream about winning the lottery, the reality is that some of the most significant wealth is hiding in plain sight, passed over for decades as mere pocket money. The coin in question, the Australian 1994 50 cent, is a gateway into this fascinating world, a world where the difference between a cup of coffee and a down payment on a house is simply a matter of knowledge and a keen eye. Let us first address the coin you have before you, a coin officially known as the 1994 50 cent, commemorating the International Year of the Family. Designed by Carolyn Rosser, its reverse side features stylized figures representing a family. However, the description you have is a beautiful and poetic interpretation. The design is intentionally simple and abstract, symbolizing the unity of the family unit, rather than a literal depiction of a pregnant mother, father, son, and dog. The obverse, or head's side, features the crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf, a design that graced Australian coins for many years and connects this piece to the broader Commonwealth. It is a tangible link to the 1990s, a snapshot of how the nation chose to celebrate a global United Nations initiative. Now for the moment of truth that every collector holds their breath for, the value. When it comes to the standard 1994 50 cent piece, we must temper excitement with reality to truly understand the market. This coin was mass-produced, with a staggering mintage of over 21 million coins struck by the Canberra Mint for general circulation. Because of this high number, a well-worn example found in your pocket change is worth exactly its face value of 50 cents. Even a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, still with its original mint luster, might only fetch a few dollars from a collector looking to complete a date set. However, there is a shining exception. The Royal Australian Mint also produced approximately 39,000 proof versions of this coin. These are special edition coins, struck on polished planchets with polished dies to create a mirror-like finish, usually sold in protective cases to collectors. If you have one of these proof coins, still in its original packaging and in perfect condition, its value could rise to somewhere in the range of $10 to $30 AUD, a modest but delightful return on a forgotten purchase. This brings us to the electrifying heart of the matter, the multi-million-dollar valuations that make headlines and fuel our dreams. The 1994 coin itself is not a million-dollar ticket, but it serves as a powerful reminder that other Australian coins most certainly are. The legends you hear about, the ones that make you a billionaire overnight, refer to a different, much rarer class of Australian numismatic history. The most famous of these is the 1930 proof penny. Only 6 of these were ever struck, and 3 are now locked away in museum collections, meaning only 3 exist in private hands. Their scarcity is almost mythical, and one sold at auction for an estimated $2 million Australian, which indeed approaches $1.3 million USD, a sum that could dramatically alter anyone's life overnight. Think of the sheer romance of finding such an item. Imagine sorting through a dusty box in a deceased estate or cracking open an old piggy bank from your grandparents' attic to find the fabled 1813 holy dollar. These coins, among the first struck for currency in the Australian colony of New South Wales, were created by punching the centre out of Spanish silver dollars. The outer ring, the holy dollar, and the centre plug, known as the dump, are now icons of Australian colonial history. In 2022, a holy dollar sold for the equivalent of approximately $360,000 USD, and depending on the specific variation and condition, they can range from $30,000 to a staggering $700,000. This isn't just a coin, it's a piece of the nation's struggle and ingenuity, forged into silver. The market for rare coins has experienced a surge in recent years, with interest spiking dramatically, particularly after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. This has created a gold rush mentality, where people are not only collecting but actively noodling, the term for searching through large rolls of coins from banks, hoping to strike it rich. While modern $2 coins with color, like the 2012 Red Poppy, can fetch up to $350, the real treasure lies in these older, rarer mintages. The key takeaway is that while your 1994 50-cent piece is a wonderful piece of modern memorabilia, it is the pre-decimal currency, the pre-Federation rarities, and the minting errors from decades past that hold the power to unlock unimaginable wealth. Therefore, the emotional plea to check your collection is not just hype, it is a genuine call to adventure. You may not have a 1994 coin worth millions, but you might have something else of extraordinary value. Perhaps it's an old tin containing pre-decimal pennies or a jewelry box with a gold sovereign passed down through generations. The value of a coin is dictated by a trinity of factors: its rarity, mintage numbers, its condition, grade, and its demand. A coin doesn't have to be ancient to be valuable, it just has to be scarce. The surge in the hobby, fueled by online marketplaces like eBay, where searches for coins have jumped by nearly 200%, means that the audience for your discovery is larger and more passionate than ever. So take a moment right now. Let this information be the spark that sends you on a treasure hunt through your home. That pile of coins in the corner, the old ceramic piggy bank from your childhood, the jar of foreign currency left over from a holiday, it deserves a second look. While the specific 1994 family coin is a beautiful keepsake of a global celebration, it symbolizes a much larger truth. History and fortune often hide in the most mundane places. Don't spend any Australian coin without first understanding its story. You might just be holding a piece of metal that, to the right collector, is worth a small fortune, a tangible asset that, unlike stocks or crypto, you can hold in your hand and feel the weight of its potential. The dream of becoming a millionaire overnight is a powerful one, and for a lucky few who know what to look for, it has come true. Your search should begin now, because the next great discovery is waiting to be found. Keep a close eye on your change, because that hidden treasure might be sitting right in your pocket. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a big find. Stay tuned, because in the next video, we are diving into another legendary coin that could be worth a small fortune. Coin number 2. Let's dive into the fascinating story of the coin you're asking about, the 2005 Australian 5-cent piece. However, it's important to clarify a detail right from the start. Based on the description, World War's 1939-19 for 5 Remembrance, the coin that truly captures that historic moment is not a 5-cent coin, but a very special 50-cent coin. The Royal Australian Mint released a stunning series in 2005 to mark the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II, and the Remembrance design, with its poignant scene of a military burial, was featured on the larger 50-cent piece. This confusion is common, as the entire 2005 commemorative set, which also included the famous dancing man on the $1 coin and coming home on the 20-cent coin, often gets grouped together in people's memories. So while your search points to a 5-cent coin, the true treasure with the Remembrance theme is its 12-sided, 50-cent cousin. This 2005 50-cent Remembrance coin is a powerful piece of art in miniature. Its reverse design was crafted by WWII Remembrance, who drew inspiration from a somber and moving photograph held in the collection of the Australian War Memorial. The image depicts a burial scene at El Alamein in Egypt in 1942, capturing the immense human cost and the solemnity of war. The obverse, or head's side, features the 4th portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, showing her wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland diamond tiara. It's a coin that doesn't just represent a value, but carries the weight of history and remembrance in your hand. Now let's talk about the coin you specifically mentioned, the 2005 5-cent piece. While it doesn't carry the remembrance design, it is a fascinating coin in its own right. Its story is one of modern Australian identity. In 2005, the Royal Australian Mint updated the 5-cent coin with a new reverse design featuring the Federation Star. This 7-pointed star is a powerful national symbol, with each point representing one of the 6 original states and the 7th representing all Australian territories. It was a move to unify the nation's smallest circulating coin with a symbol of unity, a design it still carries today. The value of a standard 2005 5-cent coin is where the dream of life-changing wealth meets the reality of numismatics. This coin was struck in vast numbers for circulation. One source cites the mintage at a staggering 113,538,500, making it extremely common. Therefore, a coin that you simply find in your change is worth exactly its face value of 5 cents. Even an uncirculated coin, one that has never been used as money, might only be worth a modest amount, perhaps between 25 cents and $1 to a collector looking to complete a set. However, this does not mean all hope of finding a small fortune in your 5-cent pile is lost. It simply shifts the focus from the standard issue to the extraordinary eras. The true magic and potential value in modern coinage, like the 2005 5-cent piece, lies in the mistakes. These minting errors are the golden tickets that collectors obsess over. The most famous of these is the double die error, where the coin is struck twice, causing a visible doubling of the design elements like lettering or the star. If you were to find such an error on your 2005 5-cent coin, its value could jump to over 100 ***. Even rarer and more valuable is a *** mule error ***, where the coin is struck with dies not intended for it, mixing obverse and reverse designs from different denominations. These can be worth $500 or more. So, while the coin itself isn't inherently rare, a close inspection with a magnifying glass could reveal an anomaly that transforms its worth. This brings us back to the commemorative 50-cent coin, which offers a more reliable path to value for the average collector. While the standard circulating version was also minted in high numbers, over 26 million, and is thus quite common, the Royal Australian Mint produced special versions for collectors that are genuinely scarce and valuable. For instance, they released 6,500 silver-proof coins and a mere 650 gold-proof coins. A gold-proof 2005 Remembrance 50-cent coin in perfect condition is a numismatic heavyweight, with a value estimated around 1,950 ***. Even finding the coin with a known die variety, such as the one described as having a club foot on pasta, can make an otherwise ordinary uncirculated coin worth an estimated $100. The emotional connection to these coins is profound, which is why they are so sought after. The 2005 commemorative set was not just about currency, it was about capturing the spirit of a nation. The dancing man on the dollar coin represents the pure joy and relief of peace. The coming home on the 20-cent piece illustrates the deeply personal moment of a soldier's return to family. And the remembrance on the 50-cent coin forces us to reflect on the sacrifice that made that joy possible. These are not just coins, they are tangible links to the past, miniature history lessons that fit in the palm of your hand. This narrative depth adds a layer of value for collectors that goes far beyond the metal they are made of. Therefore, your inquiry serves as a powerful reminder of the stories hiding in plain sight. While the 2005 5-cent coin itself is a common piece of change, it represents the importance of looking closer. It might be a standard Federation Star coin, or it could be a rare error waiting to be discovered. And the search you conducted, perhaps fueled by a memory of a wartime design, points you toward its more valuable and historically significant cousin, the 50-cent Remembrance coin. So take that moment to examine your collection. Look at every 5-cent piece for doubling in the lettering. Check your 50-cent pieces for the El Alamein scene. You might not become a billionaire overnight, but the thrill of finding a rare error or a valuable proof coin is a discovery that connects you to history and can bring a truly wonderful and unexpected return. Coin number 3. Let's shine a light on a coin that represents a pivotal moment in Australian history, a coin that might be hiding in your collection right now, waiting to tell its story. You're asking about a 2001 Australian 50-cent piece featuring kangaroos and animals, and this immediately points us toward one of the most significant series ever released by the Royal Australian Mint. The year 2001 marked the centenary of Federation, the 100th anniversary of when 6 separate British colonies united to form the Commonwealth of Australia. To celebrate this monumental occasion, the Mint didn't release just one coin, they released an entire set of them, with each state and territory getting its own unique 50-cent design, and many of these feature the magnificent kangaroo as a central symbol of national identity and pride. The specific coin you're envisioning, with its powerful kangaroo imagery, is most likely the 2001 Western Australia 50-cent piece. Its reverse side is a stunning tableau of Australian symbolism. 2 red kangaroos, each holding a boomerang, stand proudly to support a shield. Within that shield sits the black swan, the iconic bird of Western Australia, gracefully floating on rippled water. Above it all sits the St. Edward's crown, the very crown used in the coronation of British monarchs, flanked by sprigs of the beautiful kangaroo paw, the state's floral emblem. This coin isn't just currency, it's a miniature lesson in heraldry and state pride, a pocket-sized celebration of the sunburnt state's identity, minted in a copper-nickel alloy and shaped with the classic 12-sided edge that makes Australian 50-cent pieces so distinctive. Now let's talk about the value, the heart of any treasure hunt. When it comes to the standard circulating version of this coin, the reality is one of quiet, steady collectability rather than instant, explosive wealth. The Mint in Canberra struck approximately 2.4 million of these Western Australian 50-cent pieces for general circulation. While that might sound like a lot in the world of coin collecting, it's a relatively low mintage, especially compared to other coins in the Federation series. This relative scarcity means that even a well-worn example found in your change is worth holding onto. A coin in average circulated condition is valued at around $5 to $6 USD. It's not $1 million, but it's a tenfold return on its original 50-cent face value, a small but satisfying profit for simply being observant. However, and this is a crucial turning point in our story, not all of these coins were made equal. The Royal Australian Mint also produced special collector versions that are the true prizes of this series. They released limited numbers of brilliant uncirculated BU coins and proof coins, often sold in special packs or as part of a complete 20-coin Federation collection. The proof coins, with their mirror-like finishes struck from polished dies, are the ones that command significantly higher prices. While the specific value of these proof coins can vary based on condition and the market, they represent the pinnacle of this series and are highly sought after by serious collectors who understand their historical significance and scarcity. But the story of the 2001 Australian 50-cent coin goes beyond even the Mint's official releases. This is where the dream of finding a true rarity in your pocket change comes alive. Across the entire 2001 Federation series, minting errors occurred, and these mistakes are worth their weight in gold, or at least a whole lot more than 50 cents. The most famous of these is the flamingo error, though this particular anomaly is actually found on the 5-cent coin from 2001. It's a perfect example, however, of what to look for. The flamingo is a small die chip that creates an extra unintended piece of metal on the coin that, under the right light, looks like a flamingo's beak. These error coins have sold on eBay for anywhere from $38 to $70 AUD. This is the magic of numismatics. While the standard Western Australian 50-cent coin is a wonderful and modestly valuable piece of history, the possibility of finding a rare error version, a misstrike, a double die, or a planchet flaw is what keeps the dream alive. Imagine finding a coin where the kangaroos are slightly doubled, or where the metal has a peculiar flaw. That's the ticket to the kind of life-changing money you dream about, though it requires a keen eye and a lot of luck. The hunt for these errors is what transforms a simple collection into a thrilling treasure hunt. Ultimately, the 2001 Federation 50-cent coins, with their kangaroos and state emblems, are a powerful reminder of the stories our currency can tell. They represent a nation celebrating 100 years of unity, diversity, and identity. So take this knowledge and go look through that old jar, that forgotten piggy bank, that pile of coins in the corner. Examine every 2001 50-cent piece you find. Look at the reverse. Is it the kangaroos of Western Australia, the brolga of Queensland, the waratah of New South Wales, and look closer still? Is there any anomaly, any small error that sets it apart? You might not find a coin worth $10 million, but the thrill of discovery, of holding a piece of the centenary of Federation in your hand, and the possibility of finding a scarce error worth 100 times its face value, is a reward in itself. Don't spend them at any cost without looking first. You could be holding a small but significant piece of Australia's story. Coin number 4. Let's set sail on a historical voyage with a coin that captures a pivotal moment of exploration and discovery. You're asking about a remarkable piece of Australian numismatic history, the 1998 50-cent coin commemorating George Bass, Matthew Flinders, and the discovery of the strait that now bears one of their names. This coin, officially titled Discovery of Bass Strait, is a stunning tribute to the 200th anniversary of the 1798 1799 expedition that proved Van Diemen's Land, now Tasmania, was indeed an island separate from the Australian mainland. It's more than just a piece of currency. It's a miniature map and portrait gallery that celebrates two of Australia's greatest maritime explorers and their sturdy little ship, the Norfolk. When you hold this coin, you're holding a piece of art designed by the talented Vladimir Gottwald. The reverse side is a rich tapestry of imagery. The stern-faced portraits of George Bass and Matthew Flinders stare out from the metal, set against a detailed map of their route through the strait. The words, Discovery of Bass Strait 1798-1998, frame the scene, with their names prominently featured and the word, Sydney, marking their starting point. The obverse, or head side, features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Macluf, showing her wearing the George IV state diadem, a design used on Australian coinage from 1985 to 1998. Struck in Canberra, this 12-sided coin weighs 15.55 grams and measures 31.5 millimeters in diameter, made from a standard copper-nickel alloy. Now let's talk about the value, which, as with all coins, depends entirely on what version you have and its condition. The Royal Australian Mint struck a massive number of these coins for general circulation. Most sources agree the mintage was approximately 22.4 million. Because so many were made, a well-worn 1998 Bass and Flinders 50-cent piece found in your pocket change is worth only its face value of 50 cents. Even a coin in beautiful, uncirculated condition, one that was never released into general use, is a modest collectible. Dealers list such coins for around $5 to $10 AUD. For a collector, it's a wonderful piece of history to own, but it's not a ticket to early retirement. However, this is where the story gets truly exciting for the dedicated searcher. The true value and desirability of this coin explode when you look beyond the circulating version. The Mint produced a significant number of special proof coins, struck with polished dies on polished planchets to create a mirror-like cameo effect. The mintage for these proof versions was around 32,000 to 32,225. These are the treasures. A 1998 Bass and Flinders proof 50-cent coin, especially if it's still in its original packaging as part of a proof year set, carries a significantly higher value, with retail prices estimated in the range of $25 to $50 AUD or more, depending on condition and the market. But the story doesn't end with just the proof coin. The 1998 commemorative was also included in a variety of other special releases that are highly sought after by collectors today. One of the most popular is the Philatelic Numismatic Cover, PNC, a combined coin and stamp set issued by Australia Post on September 10, 1998, with a mintage of about 82,000. These beautifully presented covers, which tell the story of Bass and Flinders, can sell for around $5 to $15 AUD depending on their condition. Even rarer are variations like the 3,000 special overprinted PNCs issued at the ANDA Coin Show in Sydney, or the 1,000 sets issued by Note Printing Australia, making them the true prizes for collectors who appreciate the deep historical context these items provide. This coin's value, therefore, is not just in its potential monetary worth, but in the incredible story it tells. George Bass and Matthew Flinders were young men, both only in their 20s, when they embarked on this journey in a tiny 25-foot boat. They sailed through treacherous waters, mapped the coastline, and climbed mountains to confirm their findings, fundamentally changing the map of the world. The coin captures the spirit of that adventure, the risk, and the scientific curiosity that define the age of exploration. It's a tangible connection to a time when the shape of a continent was still a mystery waiting to be solved by intrepid sailors. So as you search through your collection or that jar of old coins, let the 1998 Bass and Flinders 50-cent piece be a reminder of the stories hidden in plain sight. The common circulating version is a wonderful keepsake of Australian history, a conversation starter about the nation's pioneering spirit. But the special versions, the gleaming proofs, the informative P&Cs, the ultra-rare limited editions, represent the kind of discovery that collectors dream of. They are the buried treasure, the tangible link to a daring voyage, waiting for a sharp-eyed observer to recognize their worth. So, take a moment to look closely at every 12-sided coin from 1998 you encounter. You might just find a piece of exploration history worth far more than its weight in copper nickel. For more incredible discoveries and expert insights into the world of rare coins, don't forget to check out Channel Legacy Coins USA with subscribe.